up, everybody? Keith Jameson, Go Back Gator Guy 231 across the DFS industry. Here to break down the final. Not only the final game of the World Cup, the final game of World Cup DFS, final preview, score one for me, get a little bit of time off before all the Boxing Day EPL shenanigans. But looking forward to this one. Big prize pools. We're going to spend a lot of this time on GPP because I really don't think cash and optimal is all that interesting whatsoever. Aside from maybe one big fade that we'll talk about here in a minute. But, going to just kind of go over some GPP strategies. Self admittedly, not like the single best GPP player, but I do think, funny enough, I can kind of illustrate what some GPP thoughts and strategies would be, even though I don't seem to be able to execute them nearly as well. But quick reminder, like, subscribe, comment to the video. Let's just jump right into it. So Argentina and France, it is a pick'em. The last little bit I looked before I hit record, Argentina was plus 175, France plus 180. I personally would have expected that to be reversed. I think France is the more complete side for sure. But, Argentina has Messi. Argentina has, a lot of narrative going with Messi. So I get it. So let's just talk about the cash, and then we'll just jump into GPP. Your two locks are Lionel Messi. We're not feeding in here. Even though his amount of sets keeps dwindling, Argentina doesn't create a lot of sets anyways, and with Di Maria likely in, you could have a world that Messi's not really taking corners. That being said, he's Messi. He just gets DK points. So, and I do think that DraftKings points are going to come at a premium here. So fading him just does not seem optimal. And then Griezmann, not Mbappe. Griezmann is a lock, taking pretty much a monopoly of set pieces by the end of this. It started out with Mbappe taking some corners, and now it's just Griezmann. Arguably been one of the best players in the tournament, which is a little bit misleading if you just look at his stats in terms of goals and assists. But he's been everywhere, doing everything for France. I think those two are the locks. The big decision point is threefold. Mbappe, everybody's going to force in, so they might go like a Griezmann captain. It gets dark if you put like Messi at captain with Griezmann and Mbappe, but I think plenty will try, and we'll find enough green check marks that they'll think it works. I think it's suboptimal. So you go Mbappe, you go Di Maria. I think that is going to be lower owned. My concern with Di Maria, I love him as a DFS player, but my biggest concern with Di Maria is his fitness. Hasn't played in the last two games. Obviously, they haven't needed him, but is he fit for 90? Because when these DFS points are at a premium, trying to get guys that don't sub off early is really, really big. Or option three, door three, is neither. And I think I'm leaning towards door three right now. Let's talk about Mbappe and why I'm not like super bullish on him. I am very super bullish on Mbappe, the talent. I'm not super bullish on Mbappe, the DFS floor. He's shown in the last two games that the DFS floor is just not that great without goal involvements, okay? And when France has 2-3 goals, he's going to look good more often than not. The issue in this game is I have this as like a 0-0, 1-1, 1-0 type of game. I don't have this as 3-2. Argentina is very, very, very physical. That's not a great thing for Mbappe either. Like, Mbappe does not want the physicality. Mbappe wants the speed and wants the space. And they're very, very disciplined, not necessarily always with their antics or with their I guess, emotions, but with their positioning. They're a very, very well-drilled team that does not give a lot of great looks. So I'm in for cash and optimal builds. I think that the play is to fade Mbappe for more balance. When you go more balance, it's going to lead you to Theo Hernandez. So I don't think his floor is that great either. Like, you take away the goal and the clean sheet from last game, it's like 6.1 floor. But we have seen him do some things. You probably project him in that 6 to 8 floor range, which without a goal or assist is probably where I factor or I put Mbappe too. And with Mbappe, I'm having to play center backs. I'm having to play like Leandro Paredes or whatever other values that pop up. And I don't think it gives you the optimal build. So yeah, or if you try to force him, you're punting captain and not getting like the security blankets, because really there's two guys on the slate that you can project for double digits, and that's Messi and that's Griezmann. Everybody else, in my opinion, you're projecting for much less from a floor perspective if you don't think there's a lot of goals. So that's kind of how I'm treating it. I will just say this: it gets really dark once you get down, and kind of where this slate from a GPP perspective, I'll go over strategies, is tough, because it's really going to be just getting the goal involvements, or getting the goalies right, or like a random center back goal, or a random center back like 5 tackle game, because Theo Hernandez is probably the next floor play. Rodrigo De Paul, then you technically, I guess Marcos Acuna, you could consider Dembele. Maybe I actually was selling Dembele a little bit short. He probably is very similar to Mbappe and Hernandez, but I mean, he's not like the Dembele at Barcelona. I'm assuming Alvarez, for his 2 goals, is the other starter for Argentina. So it's a crunch across the front line, or across the attacking third for Argentina, something like Di Maria, Messi, and Alvarez. But Di Maria is the guy that, has the floor there, not Alvarez. So the fullbacks on both sides stink. The central midfielders are fine, but they're not like great. And you're just gonna struggle for floor. So where I start going, and where I'm thinking on my builds, was, well, if you think this is 1-0 or 0-0, the goalies are actually very, very in cash consideration. And maybe the reality is just grabbing 2 goalies. And if you do get that win and clean sheet, let's say it's 1-0 France, well, hopefully you get 14 or 16 from Maurice. And hell, if you get, a couple saves from Emi Martinez, you get like 4 or 6 from Emi Martinez, that might be just as good as the floors of fullbacks. So, with a lot more upside. So, I'm toying with that idea as well. But cash just gets brutal. There's just not a lot of floors. This is not going to be an open game. This is going to be a very, very tightly contested smash football game. I can't wait to watch it. But from a DFS perspective, I don't think we're going to see a lot of crosses. I think we might see some fouls, do a decent amount of fouls drawn and tackles and things of that nature, but not really open, not a ton of shots from distance, things like that. Just very, very disciplined. So hope that helps in terms of cash. Let's talk about GPP. GPP Showdown strategy is really picking scripts at its nature. It is going, France is going to win 1-0. How is that France goal going to transpire? That guy should be your captain. Who's going to be on the assistant? That guy should be in your lineup. You obviously need the goalie at that point for the clean sheet and win. That's at minimum 10 points, which if it's a 1-0 game, not many people are going to have 10. And then filling in the rest there, right? Because you go, it's 1-0, now that means the other team's going to push. So who's going to push? So if it's France 1-0, you're still probably going to play Messi. Now, if you want to get leverage off, if you have France 2-0 or 3-0, well, you go, well, if the Argentina's sitting at 0, Messi's not going to get 20. So even if Messi has a great 4-game, 10, 12 points, I can make that up if there's enough goal involvements. I hope that makes sense, because you're saying no goal, no assist, right? So no 10-point bonus, no 5, what is it technically? It's 6 point. I can't remember. It's 5 or 6. I think it's 6 plus the shot assist, so it's 7. Because technically the goal bonus is 10, but you get the shot on goal, so it's 12. So goal is 12, assist is 6. So it used to be 6, now it's 7. Technically the shot assist. So you take that away from Messi, and all of a sudden that ceiling comes way down. And now you go, can I dodge 10 floor points from Messi? Absolutely. I can dodge 10 floor points from Messi and GPP to make it work. Now maybe all of a sudden if I get, you have to play one piece, right? So maybe it's Marcos Acuna gets 6, Messi gets 10. Well, for the price difference, that was the price per dollar difference. That was huge. So as long as I spent that Messi money correctly on France, and if I go, it's 2 or 3-0 France, well, there's a really good shot that Mbappe has involvement, really good shot that Griezmann has involvement, Giroud, Dembele. So I just got to get that combination right, get that captain right, play those different scenarios. If there's any 0 involved in my script, goalie has to be involved. You also maybe consider correlation defenders that get that extra 3 points when you're struggling for points. So vice versa, if you go the other way and you go 1-0 Argentina, obvious captain would be Messi. More likely than not as a part of the goal. Emi Martinez is a lock. And Mbappe becomes an easy fade. For because I kind of went over to start. Mbappe's floor just isn't that great. And B, he's not going to get goal involved, and he's not going to have a ceiling. So, the foreplay at that point becomes Griezmann. But at that point, too, if Griezmann doesn't have goals or assists, he's probably maxing out in that 15 range. And if I get, the stuff right on the Argentina side, that's going to be minimized too. We just saw the winner of the Morocco France one. Had Theo captain. It was Lloris. was Griezmann, but then it was Ziyech Shaqiri and the center midfielder who's escaping my name. And that makes a lot of sense, right? Got the clean sheet, got the goal, got the floor on the France piece, and then got all the floors for the Morocco side. So that's kind of how you want to approach it. That's the strategy. But just like if you're going to be multi-entering, you are doing different scripts. Okay, France wins 1-0. This is how it plays out. Let's do a couple more 1-0s and how this would play out. Rotate the goal scores, rotate the goal involvements, things like that. And, at that point, it's kind of becomes luck of the draw and how the game plays out. But you've got to go storylines. You're not going to play 1-0. I'm trying to think of the right way. You're not going to play 1-0 Argentina and play Olivier Giroud. Because Giroud isn't getting anything without a goal. So if you're playing in GPP and you're playing for Argentina win, then you're not going to have, or win and clean sheet, then you're not going to have Giroud. But if you're playing Argentina wins 2-1 and Giroud's the only goal scorer, then that can make some sense too. Anyhow, should be fun. Hope that helps. I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you guys. Just last time for anybody that is still watching. Really appreciate all the support. Hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Enjoyed DFS soccer. Come back for more. Boxing Day is coming up in the EPL. There's going to be tons of games in the middle of the week. We're going to preview them all here, both in my office, in the car, wherever I have to get time to do it. Hope to see you back. So, quick reminder, like, subscribe, comment to the videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck tomorrow. See you.